If you've watched the show before, you know one of my favorite ways to photograph wildlife is to get up in the morning and just cruise back roads where you're likely to see animals. This morning I'm out in far west Texas in the southern end of the Davis Mountains. There's all kinds of wildlife out here. There's some pronghorns in the field to my left. A little far out, there's a scaled quail on the post. So my technique is pretty simple. Just get up, drive around slow, keep my eyes open, try to find wildlife when they're out first in the morning, moving around, trying to feed, trying to get water, and even calling for mates like the blue quail is. I'm going to sneak back down there and see if I can get a photograph of them. Small birds and other wildlife is sometimes hard to spot. So the best tip for cruising for wildlife is to just drive slowly. When you're photographing wildlife from a road like this, I really think it goes without saying that you gotta not only have your eyes open for wildlife, but you also really need to be aware of the traffic around you. I never just pull right off the side of the road. If I'm gonna pull off, I'm gonna commit, get well off the road, because the last thing I wanna do is to create a hazard for people who are trying to just get to work or get back to their homes. So again, if I see wildlife, I'll make sure there's no cars behind me, signal plenty of time, get off the road, and just try to create a safe environment, not only for the animals, but also for me and the other people around. Just seconds later, I saw one of the animals I was seeking. Seeing those javelinas just now was a real treat. Javelinas are pretty common in Texas, but they're not real common where I live, so I never see them. I mean, maybe once a year if I'm down south or southwest, I'll see javelinas, but not that often. The crazy thing about those critters are they look like pigs, but they're not pigs at all. Javelinas are actually unique species all their own and are members of the peccary family. There are 3 species of peccaries that range from the southwestern U.S. to South America. The only species found in the United States is the collared peccary, or javelina. Within a 2-mile stretch of road, and probably over the past half hour, I've seen pronghorn antelope, I've seen burrowing owls, a lot of different songbirds, scaled quail, javelina. But again, it just goes to show if you get out in the mornings and drive around and you just visit places where wildlife exists, you can see all kinds of stuff. And luckily for me, the javelinas and the burrowing owls and everything else, it's right alongside this highway that I'm on. Not a real busy highway at all. Matter of fact, it's hard. I've probably seen 10 cars all morning, but there's just enough cars that come by every day that the animals just get used to seeing cars. So even though when I pull off to the side of the road, they may get a little bit skittish, but as long as I move slow and I'm calm and I don't really try to make any sudden noises, and most importantly, I don't get out of the vehicle, they'll calm down, hang out like those javelinas. I mean, they were 10, 15 yards from the vehicle. And again, they knew I was there, but they just weren't very upset at the fact that I was there, and so I was able to get some pretty good shots. Right now I can hear a scaled quail. It sounds like he's behind me calling, and hopefully I'll drive back down there and find him from a fence post. But I hope you like this show. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to send me an email, and we can't wait for you to see the next wildlife photo show.